We welcome you back to Kyle Field in College Station, Texas, for the final time in the 15-year history of the state 7-on-7 tournament here in College Station. We play for the Division I state championship for the final time, and we welcome you up to the broadcast booth here for the Fox Sports Southwest State 7-on-7 tournament presented by Adidas. He's Lemont Williams, I'm Michael Silvers, and we're going to have a new champion. The last two champions in Division I, Lake Travis and DeSoto, eliminated earlier today. We're going to have a new Division I state champion when we're all said and done.
No doubt about it, Michael. We will definitely have a new champion, and unfortunately, it's the last go-around here at Texas A&M. So with everybody coming into the final game, the championship game, hopefully one of the teams will prevail and get that crown.
Of course, great opportunity for the skill position players on both sides of the ball to continue to get reps as they prepare for the rigors of the 2012 season when they put the pads on in a little over a month's time.
Yeah, this is kind of the warm-up to the full tilt, which is the full season coming out shortly in August. But, it's going to be competitive. It's the last game, championship game, and I expect guys to fly around despite the heat.
It's currently about 95 degrees here in College Station, but you can imagine how much hotter it's going to be out on the field. What do these players need to do to make sure they can play a full 40?
Well, one thing they need to do is stay hydrated. As you can see, I have my water bottle here. I mean, hydration is the key component to a victory today.
Division I state championship will be decided in mere moments, and we're glad you're with us. When we return, we'll kick it off here at the Fox Sports Southwest 7-on-7 state tournament presented by Adidas from Kyle Field in College Station. Warm-ups continuing down on the field here at Kyle Field in College Station. It'll be a state champion, either Manvel or Plano, for the first time in the 15-year history of the state 7-on-7 tournament. Manvel will be the team in black opposite Plano, the team in gray. Plano last season did not qualify for the playoffs, went 4-6 under head coach Jadon McCullough in 10-5A, predicted to finish fourth by Dave Campbell's Texas Football Magazine. And last year, what a run for the Manvel Mavericks that ended in a 49-28 loss to Aledo. Jonathan Gray, something spectacular, the running back for the Aledo Bearcats. Manvel were able to make a run in that second half in that state championship game in Arlington at Cowboys Stadium, but Jonathan Gray proved to just be too much, and Aledo come away with their second state title. Their head coach, Kirk Martin, they'll play in District 22 5A, and again, a look at the 7-on-7 game rules.
And the most important part about the 7-on-7 rules is that you have 4 consecutive downs in the red zone, whereas, outside of the red zone, you have 3 consecutive downs. You got to get 15 yards, so that's a big thing. And, Mike, real quick, you talked about Manvel going to the state and their playoff push, and I expect that out of their quarterback, Shane McCarley, the fact that his experience will help him today on the field.
So Plano will get things started first. And the quarterback is number 21, Richard Legal, threw for over 1,600 yards a season ago and 13 touchdowns, a quick strike underneath.
And Legal is at 6'6", 219. He's a tall quarterback that can try to take advantage of the short defensive backs.
Legal over the middle, complete. First down to Mitchell Hansen.
So far, 2 powerful throws there by Legal. He's able to stand tall because he's 6'6". He can stand tall in the pocket and deliver that ball like a rocket.
First time Plano have made it this deep. They once got to the Elite 8 with Rex Burkhead on the squad. Pump fake by Legal. He throws underneath on a crossing pattern, complete to Colbin Whitehair. Another opportunity here for Plano to get that second 15 yards and get a first and goal to go situation against Manvel. Manvel, this is their second appearance at the state tournament. And snap back to Legal. Fires right, and he throws complete to Whitehair. And Whitehair will be touched up just short of the end zone, but it'll be first and goal for the Wildcats.
Well, last year, the Plano offensively didn't do well because they didn't finish well in the district. But right now, they off to a strong start here offensively. Legal is getting the ball out of his hand early and often to his receivers.
16 returning lettermen for Plano this season. They've lost 40. Legal looking to the end zone. Touchdown. He throws complete, touchdown, Whitehair.
Impressive first drive there by the Wildcats. I'm talking about Plano. Legal led his team down the field for the first score. Give credit to Legal to stand tall in the pocket and deliver the passes to his receivers.
Get another good look here at that pass from Legal to Whitehair. 3 consecutive connections between those two. And an extra point try here for Legal and company. Slings it, caught. And the extra point achieved. Mitchell Hansen. Oh, nope. Maybe that might be a 4-second rule.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought he had the ball more than 4 seconds.
I believe that's going to be, indeed, 6-0. Plano leading Manvel. So a good start for the Wildcats on the game's opening possession. They score, and we'll see what Manvel will be able to do under the direction of Shane McCarley.
Shane McCarley, expect his experience to step up here for his offense with his team down by 6 points.
Now, last year in the state championship game, they platoon quarterbacks. McCarley got significant time, of course, and as he throws underneath, complete to Austin Bennett. Leading receiver last year was 780 receiving yards, 6 touchdowns, committed to play for Oklahoma. McCarley threw for under 2,000 yards, but did throw 23 touchdown strikes a season ago. 3 minutes gone here in the first. 6-0 Plano. A shotgun snap back to McCarley. He fires over the middle, and it is bobbled but intercepted by the Wildcats. Taking it back, getting touched up, Grant Linus.
Linus was able to sneak in there and get an interception.
We saw how important interceptions played a role in our preceding game.
Smart play there by Linus to be over top of the receiver, right at the right position to get the interception. First turnover for Manvel.
Plano got here by virtue of wins over Katy, Cinco Ranch. Then they defeated Terry, dispatched of Arlington Bowie in OT, and then playing Manvel here, and a quick pass underneath is complete to Braylon Campbell. For minimal yardage, second down and long here. Richard Legal and company trying to take a 2-touchdown lead. He fires over the middle, through the hands, a bobble, and it falls incomplete. Pass intended for Christian Hutzler.
And that's an incomplete pass. But, Mike, did you see the power behind that pass by the 6'6" frame of Legal?
Certainly a laser shot.
Oh, my goodness. He just fired the ball right in there. Maybe it was too hard for his receiver to bring it into his body for the incompletion.
Manvel defeated Sherman. That was the 9 o'clock game. Then defeated Lamar. Eliminated the state champions from 2 seasons ago, Lake Travis. And then defeated Abilene to get here. 6-0 Plano, and a snap back to Legal. He'll fire it to the left side, and that one complete right along the sideline to Mitchell Hansen. He's played an important role early, defensively, for Manvel. Gary Haynes on the coverage.
What a tough throw there by Legal. To the wide side of the field. On one hash, he threw that ball. Again, just power in his arm. He was able to deliver that ball to his receiver.
Trips package to the top of your screen. We approach 15 minutes left here in the first. The 6-0 Wildcat lead, a short pass underneath. Complete to Corey Robertson.
And again, Manvel is doing more of a zone-style defense. It looks like they was doing cover 3 in the first series, so I'm going to kind of watch them a little bit more here in the second series.
Lined up in a slot left, bottom of your screen is Hutzler. Legal with the snap. Will fire it over the middle, complete. Pass was thrown slightly behind Campbell, but he makes the grab, and it is first down and goal for Plano.
And it's a holding call against the defensive back of Manvel, so looks like they might get a little bit more. Yeah, they're getting some more yardage there. So count the pass and the completion. Also, the flag helps them get closer to the goal line.
Twin set top of your screen. And Legal. Pump fakes, short pass, touchdown to Corbin Whitehair, his second touchdown grab of the game.
Well, Legal is leading his guys. 2 consecutive touchdowns by the offense of the Plano Wildcats. See the receiver breaks in, but he's smart enough to get back to the outside. Quick move there by Corbin for the touchdown.
Extra point upcoming here. Legal throws, and that one is intercepted. Not the best throw. DeMarco corner.
Well, Legal has been excellent in the field of play, but when he gets to the extra point, I remember the last one, he had in my opinion, a bonehead play, and this one he threw an interception. So outside of that, Legal is playing pretty good. Lead his team down the field for a touchdown.
For Manvel, 25 returning letterman, losing 38 from the state championship finalist team from a year ago. Went 15-1, losing only to Aledo. Shane McCarley threw an interception in the first series. He throws complete Deep pass to Austin Bennett along the right sideline. First down for Manvel. And that was a 4A state championship game. This season, Manvel will play in 22 5A with their enrollment growing to now just under 2,200 students. In the promotion to Class 5A, they are predicted to finish first in a district that contains many of the Pasadena schools, Pearland, and now Alvin as well. Pass incomplete, and McCarley and company will be forced to deal with second down.
McCarley's having issues right now, Michael, with his progression as far as from the quarterback standpoint. He's thinking he's seeing one thing, but the defense is disguising him and it's confusing him. So that makes it look, a great catch there, but it's hurting him right now in this first half.
Austin Bennett, another catch. It'll be first down and goal now. Nope, check it, third down and goal. So you get 2 more chances to try to cut the lead in half. And a flag.
Looks like it's going against the Mavericks on offense.
So third down, a little more room to work with, if you believe in that. Carly to the end zone, and it is dropped this time by Bennett.
Missed opportunity there by Bennett. Their leading receiver is going to Oklahoma next year. You got to bring that ball into your body once you get your hands on it. Incompletion there. They need to be able to find a way to get in the end zone. Just see here in the replay, crossing routes across the middle. Bennett sneaks in underneath the defender. Did not bring the ball into his body. Incompletion.
Richard Legal, the quarterback for Plano, will be playing Big East football with UConn. And there's a touchdown from McCarley as he finds Carlos Thompson and gets Manvel on the board.
Finally, Manvel gets on the board here. McCarley just zips past the ball right there to his receiver, Carlos Thompson, for their first touchdown here in the championship game.
Now they'll go for 2. McCarley fires to the right side, and it is caught for the 2-point conversion by DeMarco Corner. Check that, excuse me, number 6. That's Kyron Parker.
Kyron Parker with the mohawk, the dyed mohawk there. He catches the ball in the back end of the corner of the end zone there for the 2-point conversion for the Mavericks. Man, I can see you with one of those, Mike. Those little mohawks.
Please, I barely have enough hair as it is. It's holding on for dear life. I didn't come from good genetics in that department. Quick pass, and Legal finds his man underneath, Corbin Whitehair, who's got both of the Wildcat touchdowns here in the first half as we were halfway through the first half of play. And as previously mentioned, future Connecticut Husky, Richard Legal. He'll fire it to the right side, complete.
Wow.
Far side of the field.
Legal,
2-hand touch and pushing him down.
Legal will be a freshman next year at University of Connecticut, or for the Huskies next year. But he has right now, to me, he has like a college level type arm.
13-8 is the score here in this first half. Legal with a pump fake, fires underneath and complete for a first down. Completed pass to Braylon Campbell.
Consistency is the key here in this game, and right now, Plano, the Wildcats are being very consistent offensively, just being precise and executing their plays and getting the ball down the field.
Plano plays in 10-5A with the likes of Allen and the other Plano schools. Pass underneath, just at the goal line, Corey Robertson. Plano within striking distance once again. I mean, just look at these enrollment figures. For Plano East, over 6,000 students. For Plano, over 5,300. Allen, 5,300, 88 students. Huge communities up in North Texas.
No doubt about it. Touchdown.
And a touchdown. Pass hauled in, back of the end zone by Christian Hutzler. And Plano out in front again by 2 scores. We take another look.
Legal just stands there, waits for his receiver, and then look at the power. Get it right between 2 defenders. Good tightrope in the back of the end zone for the receiver for the touchdown.
Talking about the Allen Eagles, they just recently had a new stadium built. The champions of the state of Texas in 2008, winning at Reliance Stadium over Hightower. And on the extra point, another catch is made by Robertson. And the lead now 20-8 here in the first half with 7:45 to go. 20-8 Plano on top of Manvel.
Good job there by Lacal to be able to finish off that extra point. Prior to that, he had some bad ones, but he was able to come in on that last one and just get it, execute it. Gives his team now, was it 20-8?
20-8 indeed. Manvel with another chance here to cut back into the lead. They haven't had a good defensive stand just yet. Plano a perfect 3 for 3. McCarley receives the snap back. He throws one deep, wide open, caught. Can't stay in bounds. The catch is made by Thompson.
Excellent job there offensively for the Mavericks offense to be able to come out the cluster formation and free up their second receiver, which was wide open on the sideline for that completion. Excellent play call there.
Thompson now will line up in the slot. Bottom of your screen as he's walking. Gets himself set. A pump fake by McCarley. Fires it underneath, and it is complete. Austin Bennett, the future Oklahoma Sooner, gets touched up 5 yards after he makes the catch.
And right now what we're seeing from Bennett, he's more of a possession-style receiver. He's a slot guy. I really haven't seen a lot of his speed because he's not on the outside edge, but right now he's been very effective inside, working his magic in the middle.
Manvel trailing by 12, and the receiver falls down. McCarley looking for Richard Rose. Second down coming up here for the Mavericks.
Yeah, McCarley catches a break there. His receiver, running back, slips right here coming out his break. The linebacker reacts on it. Try to make a play. McCarley got an early Christmas gift.
And on second down, McCarley goes through his progressions, fires over the middle, caught by Thompson for the Maverick touchdown.
Well, McCarley showed his power on that pass right there, zipping it in to Carlos Thompson. I want to say that's Thompson's second touchdown? His second touchdown here in the first half. Watch the zip on this pass. Oh, man, that was pretty good.
They'll go for 2, try to cut the lead to 4. And McCarley throws to the back corner of the end zone, in traffic, and it is intercepted by David Griffith. Score will remain 20-14.
David Griffith was able to catch the ball at the highest point. You teach your defensive backs to go up for it if it's high. He definitely did that, bringing down the interception on that 2-point conversion.
5 minutes to go in the first half of play here from Kyle Field. Richard Legal and the Plano Wildcats so far a perfect 3 for 3 offensively. Corey Robertson with the short catch there.
Yeah, they've been executing all their plays so far, every series.
Trips to the bottom of your screen. 5 total receivers in the lineup. And Legal with a pump fake will go for it all.
Touchdown.
Caught!
Flag.
With a flag down, the catch is made for the touchdown. We'll check the marker.
Coming back.
As Dalton Reeves hauls it in, but offensive pass interference is called.
Yeah, Reeves pushed off at the end. Watch the pass by Legal. Pump and go. Goes deep. You see the push right there against the defensive back.
Tavares Garner. That was the cover man. Inside the final 4 minutes of the first half. Third down here for Plano. Big defensive opportunity for the Mavericks. And over the middle, it is caught. First down as Corey Robertson hauls in another important grab for the Wildcats, and it keeps the drive going.
And what I've noticed from Legal in the last couple of plays, Mike, he likes to pump fake a lot. I mean, sometimes he just does it just to throw off the defensive backs, and I've been watching that quite often with him in the shotgun formation.
First down for Plano. That one bobbled, the whistle sounded, and it all falls incomplete. Pass was intended for Mitchell Hansen. It'll be second down for the Wildcats with 3:10 to play. They lead by 6 over Manvel. They call that a catch.
Did they call it a catch? Man.
Legal fires right. Ooh. Oh, and stepping in front of that, almost taking it back for 6 was Bryce Spencer.
Yeah, Spencer smelled that one coming across the middle from his linebacker position. Could have got him a chance to get an interception off Legal. Seems like the defense now for the Mavericks is starting to get used to this style of offense by the Wildcats.
You see the line where the Manvel Mavericks defensively are standing. That's what Plano needs to continue this series. Legal fires it left, and under it for the catch was Robertson. Got it indeed. Pass was low, but Robertson did a better job, equal to the task of the pass from Legal to get the first down.
Yeah, Robertson adjusted very well on that last play. Was able to get low underneath the pass to make the completion.
Trips to the top of your screen. Legal looking left all the way. Fires complete. Braylon Campbell inching closer to the end zone, inching closer to another 2-score advantage. And what this is also doing, Lehman, is taking time off the clock for a potential Manvel possession.
No doubt about it.
Plano may not leave him any time.
Yeah. Keep their offense on the sideline. You keep their defense working. You just take your time. It looks like Legal is doing an excellent job by managing this clock here in the first half going into halftime.
Score adjustment is now 19-14, but now it's going to be 25-14. Touchdown catch made by Mitchell Hansen.
Another effective drive by the Wildcats. Just nothing spectacular here on this pass. It's just the receiver gets open, he sees a window, Legal fires it in there for the touchdown.
1 minute to go. Plano taking their sweet time, and I would too if I were them. Try to make this a 12-point advantage. The snap back to Legal. He throws wide open for the extra point. Christian Hutzler. 26-14 with 40 seconds to go. Not much time left for McCarley and company, but do know this. If they can score here, they'll get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, they get the ball in the second half. Maybe they can put something together real quick with 26 seconds to go here before halftime.
Trips in a bunch formation. McCarley fires fires right, and it is caught. Good poise there by Austin Bennett on his seat. Bobbled it, hauled it back in. Enough time for one more play. Carley receives the snap. He'll fire it to the end zone. A high, lofty pass, and it is almost caught by Austin Bennett on the end line, but it falls incomplete, and that brings us to the end of the first half. The score, the Plano Wildcats 26, the Manvel Mavericks 14. One more look at the first half's final play.
You see McCarley, that's the play before, that's to Bennett. Great concentration there by Bennett to bring it in, even though he was sitting on the ground.
The Fox Sports Southwest 7-on-7 State Championship would like to thank our presenting sponsor, Adidas, with special thanks to our local sponsors, the Bryan College Station Convention and Visitors Bureau, Sufol Prater, Grand Station Entertainment, McAllister's, Fuddruckers, CC's Pizza, the City of College Station, The Eagle, Pepsi, CC Creations, Kyle Office Products, Copy Corner, Jack Hilliard Distributing, Aggieland Outfitters. Special thanks also to CoachCom, Adrenaline Fundraising Group, and to Texas A&M University. At the half, it is Plano 26, Manvel 14. We'll be back in just a moment. We'll get you set for the second half of play of this Division I championship game here at the Fox Sports Southwest State 7-on-7 tournament presented by Adidas. Start of the second half here. A shot at the University Tower here in College Station. And a throw on the game's first play here in the second half. And a touchdown. No, out of bounds at the 1. Kyron Parker. And Manvel off to a good start.
Excellent job by Manvel. Just come out, first play of the game, go deep.
McCarley throws, touchdown. Manvel, what a start to the second half. 2 plays and a touchdown. Carlos Thompson with the touchdown for Manvel.
And that's Thompson's 3rd touchdown here in the game. And, you know, McCarley just came out firing. First play down the field, they went deep. McCarley on this touchdown play right here in the replay finds Carlos Thompson breaking off his route.
They'll go for 2, and Parker makes the catch with a flag down. So as it stands, it's going to be 26-22 as Manvel score in 2 plays and then convert on the 2-point conversion.
And just like that, offensively, the Mavericks was able to produce a touchdown. Mike, we talked about this briefly off air, is that in the scheme of things, Manvel has not played that bad. It's just the fact that they can't slow down Plano's offense, and let's see what Legal does here in his first series.
Richard Legal has been perfect. He throws to the left-hand side. He throws complete to Mitchell Hansen. Plano will take that short yardage all day.
It's been working for him for the most part, because what they're doing is baiting up the linebackers in the secondary, and Legal is trying to go deep quite often when he gets the opportunity to throw deep.
Legal deploys 3 receivers to the top of your screen here. Receives the shotgun snap, throws left, throws complete. And he finds Christian Hutzler, and he breaks away, takes it down the sideline, touchdown Plano.
And that was all Hustler there on that play. From the route to the catch and the breakaway speed from the defender. You see Hustler at the bottom. Legal goes to him early. Watch the catch. Then he breaks away from the defender and watch the speed down the sideline. No one's there to catch him from the Mavericks defense. Touchdown for Plano. And that goes right back to what we talked about, Mike. Plano has been very effective offensively here throughout the game.
A lot of hustle from Hutzler. And for the extra point, Legal back of the end zone, goes through some traffic. And it is not converted, so the score will remain 32 now to 22. A 10-point lead for the Wildcats. Just about 2.5 gone here from the start of the second half. We will crown a new Division I state champion. Neither Plano or Manvel have won the state title before here at 7-on-7.
And also, you can be able to announce the all-tournament team at the end, huh? Hopefully some of these players will be on that list.
I think it's a fair assumption that they will be. McCarley, 2 plays and a touchdown. The first possession here in the second half. He throws right, throws a deep pass. That is incomplete, out of the reach of Austin Bennett.
Kind of a forced throw there by McCarley, trying to get it to his #1 target, Bennett. Young man is committed to go to Oklahoma next season. You know, I'm going to speak the obvious. The obvious is that defensively, the Mavericks need to stop Plano. I mean, in order for them to get back into this game, take over, their offense is fighting, but their defense needs to step up.
McCarley fires, and he fires complete. Kyron Parker short of the first down. So 3rd down coming up here for Manvel, needing just short yards to get a first down.
And you know, this is Bennett territory right here. The short distance, I can see him breaking inside, trying to get free for the reception.
1 man in motion. McCarley waggles to his left, throws on the run, and he fires complete to Quadre Wilson. Converts the 3rd down, first down for Manvel.
Got to keep the chains moving, or in 7-on-7, you got to convert the first downs in order for you to get some points on the board. And definitely the Mavericks need more points to get back into this game.
Carlos Thompson, part of that trips package. And McCarley will dink it underneath to him. Gets touched up for minimal yards.
But they got to pick it up, though, Mike. They're down, and it's less than 16 minutes left in this game with a running clock. You got to pick it up. You got to come with a more up-tempo style instead of more of a relaxed type of mindset.
10-point deficit for Manvel. McCarley will throw. fire it right, and Parker with the defensive play, and 2 flags come in. Cover man was Colin Carpenter. And Parker was telling McCarley just a moment ago, throw it up high.
You see McCarley zips it in there. And I think it looks like Carpenter got there a little bit early against Parker, which drew the flags.
First down on the defensive penalty on Plano. Breathes new life into this series for Manvel. 15 minutes to go in the second half of this Division I championship game. McCarty looking over the middle, throws, caught, touchdown to Austin Bennett.
Bennett continued to work the inside middle for the Mavericks. Able to bring that in for a touchdown, now making the score 32-28. Less than 15 minutes to go here. They need this 2-point conversion. Bennett starts at the top in the slot position, fakes like he was going in and fights back out right before the defender got there for the touchdown.
Says a lot for timing on that play.
Yeah.
Another 2-point conversion opportunity. Throwing to Bennett, incomplete. Pass broken up by Brian Hanks. Score remains 32-28 to the Wildcats of Plano.
Plano needed that stop there. I mean, they gave up the touchdown, but not giving up the 2 points. He needed that to kind of continue to have that cushion as the offense gets back on the field. Legal and company.
Richard Legal and the Plano Wildcats have scored on every possession. And a pass early there and down low. It goes off the hands of Corey Robertson and incomplete. Might have been a little bit on Legal's end there for trying to zip it in. Second down and 15 for the Wildcats. And on 2nd and 15, Legal throws, completes it to Mitchell Hansen with some room after the catch. Then that second 15 yards, he is touched up. And Plano continuing to move the ball with regularity and at will.
Legal is just picking apart that zone defense by the Mavericks. You got to find a way to kind of switch it up against Legal because he's just sitting back there and just picking apart the zone. Looks like they're moving more into a man coverage right now.
Legal slings it over the middle. He slings it complete to Devin Richardson. First and goal for the Wildcats.
And what hurts the man coverage, especially in the 7-on-7, is crossing routes. And on this last play there, you just saw the wide receiver come from the bottom up across the middle for the completion from Legal.
32-28 Wildcats. Legal first and goal. Fires it short of the end zone, and taking his eyes off of it for a split second, Christian Hutzler sees it go through his hands and fall incomplete out of bounds. But within that final 15 yards, a reminder, 4 downs to get into the end zone once you get within that final 15. Trips to the top of your screen with a twin set to the bottom of your screen. Hutzler looks over things and a flag, delay of game. Oh, nope, false start.
False start.
There is a 25-second clock in which you can run plays. So that drops them back outside of that 15 yards, but they still need to get into the end zone, and they still have 3 more downs to do it. Legal fires a fade route to the right side. Oh, great defensive play by Carlos Thompson. He slaps it away and slaps it incomplete, but a flag is down.
Flag is down. Thompson did an excellent play there. See Thompson at the top, the headband on, turns his head at the right time. Great job there.
I'm not sure where the flag came from.
I think it was actually on number 17. I want to say corner. DeMarco corner for the Mavericks defense, but can't take away from the effort from Carlos Thompson.
It's over 11 minutes to go. Legal fires over the middle, and he fires complete just short of the end zone to Christian Hutzler. Second down here after the defensive penalty gave Plano a first down.
And here's a little tidbit I've been noticing throughout the game for Plano, and maybe it's the reason why their offense has been so effective. Whoever catches the ball ends up becoming the center, so it gives you an opportunity to recover from making that last completion.
One man in motion, Robertson lines up bottom of your screen, closest to the center. And Legal Sure. Oh, and a slap away, and another marker is thrown. Thompson on a defensive coverage pass was intended for Braylon Campbell, and a defensive penalty called on Thompson.
And I think Thompson is guilty of for holding on this one. As you see, the receiver breaks back out to the outside. That left hand by Thompson was holding his shorts to allow him to regain some kind of ground there to knock the ball down. So Thompson was caught there for holding.
About halfway through the second half, Plano threatening again, leading by 4 with 10 minutes to go.
Wow, they've been clock management on this one.
Waggles left, throws against the grain, and he throws for the touchdown, complete. Devin Richardson, but one of the officials' hats was thrown. Want to see maybe if he had
went out of bounds,
then came back to make the catch.
Yeah. Whenever you see the official throws his head off like that, most likely he stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, it's going to be incomplete. Another opportunity for Plano. From the 1-yard line, essentially. Legal with a little slight pump
touchdown.
fake, throws underneath, wide open, touchdown. Catch made by Mitchell Hansen.
Hansen just by himself coming across the middle. He works his way from the bottom. He's a one at the bottom there of the screen. You see him come off the line and just come across the middle, wide open. No one at home defensively for the Mavericks. Touchdown. And we talked about clock management. They started this drive somewhere about 16 minutes. Now we're a little under 9 minutes. So that great job offensively, just managing the clock and scoring the touchdown for the Wildcats.
For the extra point, Legal fires left, and it is batted away. A defensive play there made by Selwyn Green. Check that, Gary Haynes. 10-point deficit for Manvel to overcome, and not much time to do it. 8:35 to play here in the second half. From College Station and Kyle Field on the campus of Texas A&M University. Final time that they'll be able to host the 7-on-7 state tournament. We mentioned earlier NCAA rules that no longer will 7-on-7 be allowed to take place at a Division I school. But there are options out here in Texas, many of them. Shane McCarley throws, and on first down, sliding it away defensively on the coverage. Pass was intended for Austin Garrett. David Griffith on the coverage.
David Griffin looked well rested on that last play, coming out his break from the linebacker position on top of Bennett, knocking the ball down. Their defense, I'm talking about the Wildcats defense, should be well rested after their offense just moved down the field and managed the clock.
On second down, McCarley fires, intercepted.
Oh.
Tim Yoder, and that's the second time McCarley has been picked off this afternoon. Will give the Plano offense, which has not been stopped at all in this Division I championship game, a chance to put it away.
And McCarley just looked directly at his receiver the whole time. I'm talking about Parker, his receiver, which allowed Tim to be able to step in and get that interception. The second interception thrown there by McCarley today.
And all those things can be forgiven, 7-on-7. But McCarley does that in a regular season or in a playoff game.
Oh, that's crucial. You can't do that in a regular season game.
Legal on first down. Throws right, throws complete.
Okay, Mike, let's watch this. They started, about 7:05. Let's see how Plano offense just kind of works this clock here with 7 minutes to go.
Oh, they are. Look at Legal. Legal is already by his slot rear. He's by his trips package down the bottom of your screen there. He's taking his time. Haynes, who catches that pass, transitions now to the center position. And they're going to use all of the 25 seconds they're allotted to run plays. Legal throws right, throws complete.
Oh, incomplete.
Now we'll see where they rule it because the ball did come loose on the pass to Campbell. And they will whistle it incomplete.
Incomplete. See here, Legal just fires it in there to his receiver. It looks like it's caught there, but he never had fully a possession or his arms around the ball. It's hard to see from here on that replay.
And he's been overruled. The official that's running back to the end zone. That's off monitor right now. He saw it as incomplete, but the official at the top of your screen says, no, sir, I'm going to overrule you. That it was a catch.
Wow.
Should be a first down, 2 for Plano. Closing in on the final minutes. This Division I state championship game. Pass complete over the middle as Legal finds Robertson. inside the final 15. First and goal. Nope, they're going to stop him short of it. Second down.
And watch the body language of Legal. As a quarterback, 6'6", he's committed to go to Connecticut next year. Just watch the maturity as a quarterback. He just walk around. He knows what he wants to do, how much time he has to do it. He just want to take his time, allow his guys to reset.
On second down, quick strike underneath, complete to Mitchell Hansen. First down and goal to go for Plano. They have been perfect. Every offensive series has ended with a touchdown for this Plano Wildcat team as they look to go in front and probably put this one away.
The guy was just taking his time, talking to his receivers, walking around, surveying the defense, and just, it's no rush. We're up 38-28.
And we haven't been stopped. Legal slings it to the end zone.
Touchdown.
Caught. Touchdown, as it is Dalton Reeves who hauls it in for Plano.
Yeah, Dalton Reeves in the back of the end zone for his second touchdown today. You just see Legal just zips it in there over the defense. Great job by Reeves to catch it at the highest point, come down with the full completion for the touchdown.
Outside of 4 minutes to go. Extra point try coming up here for Plano as Legal and the Wildcats have been perfect getting into the end zone. Their extra point tries, not so much.
Yeah.
And wide open in the back left-hand corner for the extra point, Mitchell Hansen. 45-28, a 17-point lead for the Plano Wildcats.
I anticipate the Mavericks offense to be more up-tempo, Mike. A sense of urgency has definitely kicked in now. Hopefully they can go back to what they did right after halftime and score on two consecutive plays. Two plays and they scored and they got in the end zone.
Manvel fell short in their state championship bid last year, losing to Jonathan Gray and Aledo 49-28. And for all intents and purposes, 1 year later, at 7-on-7, it would appear that Manvel will be falling short again. Inside the final 3 minutes here at Kyle Field. McCarley fires it over the top and just off the fingertips of Austin Bennett. Coming in on the coverage was Austin Connell.
Tough position to be in as Bennett, going across the middle like that, deep post. We're playing a regular game. You see in this replay here, McCarley just puts it out there on the rope. Bennett goes high. Some contact there, but if it was a real game, it'd been tough. It'd have been a real big hit.
Yeah.
You don't ever want to stretch out your receiver that way, put him in a vulnerable position like that.
McCarley to the left side. Caught, but short of the first down by Quandre Wilson. And a turnover on downs. That was third down for McCarley.
Yeah.
He needed to throw it past that first 15-yard marker, and he did not do it. Threw it short to Quandre Wilson. Another turnover here by Manvel. And this will all about do it as Plano will just work the clock.
And, Mike, is it safe to say that Legal can kind of take it in from here?
I think so, and I think he'll be one of the members on our all-tournament team. And we'll be getting that very shortly from Christy Roberts. This game's been directed by Matt Broussard. Our audio engineer is Ryan Barton. And Jim Barton, the executive producer of our coverage here at the State 7-on-7 tournament presented by Adidas here on FoxSportsSouthwest.com. Legal and just as Princeton did yesterday. Little did we know that was the reason why they were doing it. Just throwing it away. There's no need to try to throw it to try to complete a pass. You have it go back the other way. So they'll be more than happy to throw it as deep as possible and then filter in another ball. All-tournament team from John Tyler, Tyus Bowser. San Antonio O'Connor's Trey Johnson, a member of the Fox Sports Southwest 7-on-7 state championship presented by Adidas All-Tournament team. Victor Davis of Rosenberg Terry, Wiley East, Marcel Adaman. Richard Legal of Plano is the MVP of this tournament. Shane McCarley of Manvel, part of the all-tournament team, along with Christian Hutzler of Plano and Carlos Thompson of Manvel.
And, all those players are well-deserved for that all-tournament team. And
oh, what a catch down the left sideline.
Wow.
Richard Legal finds a streaking Devin Richardson with coverage. He beats Gary Haynes on that coverage.
Excellent.
Will Plano try to run up the score here or let it go?
Richardson with a great catch. Well, watch the throw by Legal. Right there, where only his receiver can catch it. I'm talking about Richardson. And that's it.
And a great way to cap off the day for the MVP of this tournament, Richard Legal, with an awesome pass. Didn't get into the end zone, but nonetheless a fantastic catch by Devin Richardson on a perfect throw by Richard Legal, and he is well deserving of the highest honor here at the Fox Sports Southwest State 7-on-7 tournament presented by Adidas. He is the tournament's MVP.
And well deserved. The kid is going to university, and he's going to Connecticut next year to play for the Huskies, Big East. In my opinion, I feel like his arm is already at that level to play in the Big East place going into next year.
So Plano failed to not score. They scored in every possession except for the final one, and I think that's okay. They'll live with that. Final score 45-28. Overall, your final thoughts on the 7-on-7 tournament over the last 2 days?
Overall, I've seen a lot of athleticism, a lot of great athletes, a lot of great plays, a good quarterbacking, and I'm just very impressed with this tournament.
All right, before we go, one last announcement. The Fox Sports Southwest 7-on-7 State Championship would like to thank our presenting sponsor, Adidas, with special thanks to our local sponsors, the Bryan College Station Convention and Visitors Bureau, Suffolk-Prater, Grand Station Entertainment, McAllister's, Fuddruckers, CC's Pizza, the City of College Station, The Eagle, Pepsi, CC Creations, Kyle Office Products, Copy Corner, Jack Hilliard Distributing, Aggieland Outfitters. And special thanks also go out to CoachCom, Adrenaline Fundraising Group, and to Texas A&M University. That wraps it up here from Kyle Field in College Station. The Division II state champions were Princeton and Salina. The consolation champion of the Division I bracket, that went to John Tyler, and the championship, Division I state championship here at the State 7-on-7 tournament, belongs to the Plano Wildcats for the first time in school history. So that wraps it up. For all of our entire crew here for FoxSportsSouthwest.com, my partner Lemont Williams, this is Michael Silver saying so long. Hope you enjoyed the 2012 edition of the Fox Sports Southwest State 7-on-7 tournament presented by Adidas. Until next year, from an undisclosed location, the announcement will come shortly by the folks at Fox Sports Southwest. We say so long from College Station, Texas. We'll talk to you next year.